everybody in town.
Right.
The live stream's about to
Very
start.
few have that. I
The
know
live
that,
stream
but
has
I'm saying
started.
there is other options, but it's
All right.
a lot more expensive.
The meeting shall come to order. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Darren. Good morning, everybody.
I know that, but I'm saying there is other options, but it's a lot more expensive.
All right.
Marie, how?
Great. Thank you, Mr. Lumia. Motion to open the meeting.
I motion. Lumia.
Second,
In favor?
second. Yep.
Yes, I.
Okay. If anybody has any concerns from the minutes from last meeting, I mean, it was
No.
pretty cut and dry. So if everybody's okay, just a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
I make
So
a motion
moved.
to approve.
Motion, second, Mr. Lumia, in favor?
Aye.
Everybody,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
All right, so let's try to get the elephant out of the way. Mr. Bross, how are we, although not so much on the purview of the committee, but in case there's certain aspects that might involve the committee, how are we looking for hybrid, for reopening the buildings for the elementary students at the end of this month?
We have all our sanitizing machines in. We have all our sanitizing equipment. We have this hand sanitizer being, all the elementary should be done today for hand sanitizer. We're
Soap.
ready to go.
So we got soap, we're good.
We got more than enough face masks. We have enough PPE to get us started.
Okay, so it's just obviously up to the building administrators, how they're gonna, conduct their process for getting the students in and so forth. Okay.
Ron?
And I'm assuming from the grounds, we're okay from the grounds? As
Yes.
well? Okay,
Do we have enough people to clean at nighttime?
We are working on that process right now. We do at nighttime, but we're looking to ways to bring people in because we'll have some drivers during the day to assist the head custodian. So we might add one person for each building and the head custodians to monitor bathrooms, et cetera.
Eddie, this discussion is all outside the purview of this committee, in my opinion.
right, because John, once again, it's the same thing from last time. We're not
Yeah, I'm
responsible.
aware, Ron. Okay, let's go on.
That's all. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we were ready if there was anything the committee needed to do with regards to the reopening of the buildings, but that's fine. Projects, Ron, where are we on updates? How close are we? What are we finished with? What do we still have to do before the weather changes?
Brian, do you want to go over the list or what you want me to? I don't know if I lost Brian, but okay, I can start with
Whatever you want to do, Ron.
all right, I'll go over that.
Okay.
The window work is complete except for the window sills at John Jay and Myers Corners and the curtain wall adjustments at Kinry. The John Jay window sills were completed yesterday. And Myers is started yesterday. So I predict that being done before the 29th or being very close. And if they're not done by the 29th, they will go second shift. HVAC renovation work is complete at John Jay, RCK and Myers Corners with the exception of the items below here is John Jay Principal's Office Guidance Suites are ready for final punch list inspections. Final painting and door hardware installations are ongoing. Commissioning and balance of the equipment is underway also. That's at John Jay. Myers Corners, the final painting and commissioning of the equipment is underway. Library unit ventilators are being modified to provide air conditioning. And RCK final painting and commissioning of equipment is underway. I believe by the 29th, all the equipment will be commissioned and ready to go. And balancing of the equipment will also be ready to go probably the following week.
Okay, so just to confirm, we would anticipate that anything that had to be done at Myers or any other minor things being done at any of the elementary schools will be completed by the time hybrid starts.
That is correct. If there's minor issues that need to be punch list items, that would be taken care of second shift.
Okay, so nothing that would interfere with the opening of the buildings for the students. and teachers.
Absolutely not. We'd be
Okay.
ready to go.
Eddie,
Yes, questions, Mr. Rubin?
Ron, just for my own clarification, I'm not sure what you mean when you use the term, at least as I heard it, balancing. Can you define that? Let me know.
The balance is the balancing between your hot water and the flow, the amount of hot water is going through your pipes, and the air that you're bringing in from the
Okay,
unit, and the air
I
that you're
thought,
taking out from the exhaust fans.
I thought so. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. John Jay, univentilators. Oh, this is for the 2021 school year, just to bring you up to date on that. We're gonna start marking out at John Jay the exhaust vents where they will be going, and getting ready for the summer work. As far as all the univentilators are being replaced and the exhaust fans. That'll start next week. And we'll probably do some work in that building on second shift.
Okay, so just again, by the time the secondary schools are going to open for kids at the end of October, we should have any work, anything that needs to be done completed, and the buildings will be ready to be opened, and anything minor would be second shift.
Right, we might start running some pipe second shift, only to catch up on the summer, but then we haven't come with an exact plan yet for the John Jay, but that building is, as of right now, is ready to open as of right now too. So we're good to go.
And then obviously RCK would be ready as well. So we shouldn't have any concerns with the students or faculty, so forth, in the buildings towards the end of October.
No, and actually, John Jay, the office areas turned out very nice. It was a nice design by Rhinebeck. Did a beautiful job. Everybody's talking about how nice the offices turned out.
You know, hopefully the full board can get in for a tour at some point. So that would be great.
Yep.
Okay. Any questions from anybody pertaining to those specific projects and where we stand? Or are we good?
We're good.
Good.
I guess we're
I
good.
think we're good on the upcoming project.
Ron, where are we with Amoresco and the solar and, and the entire project for
They
that
had lighting too, didn't they? Lighting and
Yeah.
some of the kitchen equipment.
Yeah. and kitchen
Alright, so-
equipment?
Right now, what they got completed with is, I'll give you a quick rundown. On John Jay, they have a double convection oven, another two double convection ovens, a convection steamer, a kettle, a griddle. These are all installed and they're operational. Double convection oven and a kettle and a griddle, another one. Sheaf Road, new exhaust hood system, new fire suppression system, double convection oven, convection steamer, kettle and range. Vassar Road, new exhaust hood system, new fire suppression system, single convection oven, kettle and range. Brinkerhoff has a double convection oven. Let's see. And a tabletop steamer and a range. Fishkill Plains Elementary has a double convection oven that was installed. That's all been completed. He's just tying it into the fire alarm this week. And all the kitchen equipments have been installed and ready to go.
Good.
I'm sure Director Flusser is happy.
Oh, yeah. As far as he's gonna be starting the exterior lighting, so the parking lot lighting. Hopefully within the next couple weeks, he's bringing in a couple trailers that he's gonna park and store. He's working on modifying and doing a better light. Instead of just changing out the bulbs, he wants to actually make some improvements with making them an actual LED fixture. So he's
Fixtures.
working. We're
That'll
inside.
save on energy, correct?
Yes, instead
That
of
should
just
reduce
changing
our
the,
water usage.
yeah. Just to update everybody too on the HVAC project, we are increasing our ventilation. As requested, we are installing, there's a lot of talk about MERV 13. MERV 13s are very difficult to get. And MERV 13, actually, if you put them in your univentilator, cuts the airflow. So we are installing MERV 10s and we're installing MERV 11s. The units did come with MERV 8, so we are at the high schools. But we are installing MERV 10s throughout the entire district.
Ron, is that compliant with the guidelines that were put down from the governor with regards to, because obviously with the malls and the restaurants, they're making a big push on this and trying to use that. If we use something a little, that's not exactly what they're asking for, are we still in compliance with that governor's order? And is that big of a difference between the two with regards to the air quality, for pulling the air out and ventilation and the recirculation of the air?
Right. The MERV, MERV 13s he requested that the malls have. They were having difficulty getting them, so he actually conceded to MERV 11s. That was so they are using MERV 11s. We're using 10s and 11s in the rooftops. By using MERV 13s in the univent, you're going to cut your flow down considerably. And the guidelines is to bring more air.
Right.
So that's what we're concentrating on, bringing more air. Usually your dampers are open 10%. We're going anywhere from 20 to 30% opening. When winter hits, I'm sure we're going to back that down to 20%, and then we'll go from there. But once the COVID's over, then we'll go back to an energy saving mode. But this year, that's not going to be feasible.
Just with returning, when the weather changes, I know we discussed, I think it was last year, the meetings, part of the science wing at J, there was some complaints about heat. I know we talked about it. I don't remember what the outcome was.
Oh, the science rooms with the.
Yeah, the science room, right.
I think they should be much better because we did change the controllers out.
Okay,
So I think they should be in much better shape this year.
okay. Again, trial and error, we'll
Yeah.
have to see from that standpoint. All right,
Yeah.
so we're okay. We're in compliance with any state regulations from that standpoint.
Yes, we
Okay.
are.
Does anyone have any questions on Amoresco project?
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
I have one other, I'm sorry, Marie, one thing. Now that we have the rooftop HVACs completed, from the solar panel standpoint, what's the status with that, with just regards to the locations and the spacing out, not to interfere with the HVAC systems where the panels are supposed to go?
Yeah, we spoke about that this morning with Craig Rebecca from Amoresco. He's actually doing a drone flyover now to realign the solar panels at the buildings that he's going to be putting them in. So it should not affect us any. Actually, there's we're going to receive a nice rebate on some of the project, the solar panels too, that will benefit the district.
Okay.
Okay.
Marie,
Yeah, mine
you had
was-
a question?
Well, mine was because I know it's the last time we discussed the solar panels, there was an issue with, I think, two of the buildings. I think it was the high school actually, where they had to readjust the panels and how many we were going to have because of the HVAC system, I think it was.
Yeah, but I believe we added a couple buildings onto it to make up for the lost space at the Ketchum.
Okay. All right. So that's all taken care of. All right.
Yeah.
No, that was my only question because I know that was. What are we
One-
feasibly looking to start installing those anytime soon?
We didn't touch base on that, but I think you'll probably see it in probably another month or so. But if snow hits, then it'll probably be more of a spring project.
Okay. Yeah, because I know they said something about starting to install the rails and stuff on the roof.
Right.
Okay.
Not as of yet.
All right. Anybody have any
question.
other questions?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Ron, just a question. Do we need to take into account if we go into a hybrid type of learning situation, let's say in a month or two, there'll obviously be less body heat in the buildings. It should be half the body heat. No. And my question is there any way that we can calculate what type of effect that may have on the heating requirements of each individual building? Or do we have to let that just play out?
Well, your buildings, for the state ed, you have to maintain a 65 degree. So that no matter what, if you got people in the building, it's gonna have to maintain a 65 degree minimum. So, I mean, the system, you set the temp and that's where it's gonna modulate to. So, I don't think that's gonna be much of an issue.
Thank you.
All right, moving along real quick. I know at the last meeting, we had some bad weather in August. Any serious after effects, Ron, from the hurricane, from the storms from last month?
No, we
Any
lost,
flooding issues or anything on the grounds?
no, we lost a
We
few
were
trees.
trees.
looking to repair.
Yeah,
that
we
were
lost a few
compliant with our
trees,
committee.
but we did lose a few trees, but that's been taken care of by our grounds crew. And the storm drainage seemed to be working fine, so there was no real issues with the flooding.
And I know I always
Plains
keep,
roof is so nice and dry. We got the gutters got finished on that, right?
Fishkill Plains, yes.
Yeah, because I know that was like the last thing was waiting for the
yeah,
gutters.
that one missing piece, I think, finally arrived.
Just in time, good.
Okay, I know I always ask this at every meeting, Ron or Brian, do we have any final numbers or estimated final numbers from the projects over the summer? Is there any extra money laying around from these projects?
Well, as of right now, we're still doing punch lists and we haven't done closeout and we won't close out till John Jay. I will tell you this, we are at budget, or just slightly under budget with this project. But we're doing well, but we probably won't know until summer where we're gonna actually be, once we finish John Jay.
Okay, so what you're saying, I should stop asking this question every meeting until at least the spring?
No, you can keep asking. I'll probably
Okay.
give you.
Okay, no problem. All right, any questions from any of the committee members on any other outstanding issues, concerns about moving forward, or open floor if anybody has anything to throw out?
I'm good. Mr.
Everybody's
Mr.
good?
Rouse does amazing
Just
work.
a quick,
so we
just a quick
can't
question.
argue with that.
Yes,
Uh,
Mr. Lumia.
At John Jay, are those bathrooms been addressed, the issues that were there?
Are you talking about the one you needed the step stool for, Mr. Lumia?
No, Mr. Rubin didn't need a step stool, only John Lumia did.
No, I know Ruben doesn't need a step stool, but you needed one. I think Ron fixed that last year, like middle of the year.
I think you're
John.
talking about the one past the old main office. That's been corrected. That's
I'm talking
that
about
was
the one in
fixed.
the locker room, the two of them.
Oh, that one also, that they've been fixed and we're actually working in another bathroom on the D wing upstairs. And that's also being fixed. So I believe all the bathrooms should be in good order over there after this week.
If I recall, there might have been some problems with the water leakage from second floor to the first floor at John Jay, I think it was. I don't know what the problem, I don't recall, but
That was repaired back in April and May this year
Okay,
when we were off.
okay, thank you.
John, you may need a step stool, but I think I need a funnel.
I thought Mr. Lumia was gonna stand on do a handstand, but what do I know? Okay. All right, are we okay for the first Wednesday in October? It's kind of short. I mean, or should we, at this point, just keep it till the middle of the month? Because, I mean, I don't think much is gonna happen in 2 weeks.
I just like to say one thing while I got everybody on there.
Sure.
I think if you look at the buildings when we get our tours going, you're gonna be amazed. A lot of painting's been done since the end of March. The buildings are looking really, really fantastic. So I think you're gonna be impressed when we do our tour.
Can't wait.
I'm actually excited. I can't wait to do the tours. this
Can you
year.
eat off the floors?
Yes, you can. And the walls are getting to look much better also.
Well,
I don't know,
I
Ron,
mean,
I don't know if you want to do 8 separate tours right now. or we
Yeah.
just have to wait.
Well,
No, we are not gonna do 8, but I think we're gonna break it down, not one tour, unfortunately.
All right,
So
well,
Well,
sorry, I'll bring my white glove, Ron, so, you know.
all right, you're good.
all right, so just again, I guess, does it make sense maybe for the rest of 2020, we do a middle of the month meeting?
That works for
Yes.
me.
Is that
Okay,
okay
Yes.
with everyone?
that's fine.
Okay, so
Yes.
we'll do,
What, the second Wednesday of the month?
Today, right?
you want to do we'll do October 14th? Does that
Works
work
for
for
me.
everyone?
Is that okay with you, Mr. Browse?
It's okay by me.
That's
I have to
fine.
check my calendar, but it's okay. Let's just see.
That's
Okay,
fine.
so let's do 14th, 9:30.
Okay,
All right, and then we'll figure out if we're gonna continue Zoom or in person, just we
Based
don't
on
have,
what
we have to do, if we're gonna do in person, we have to do a little logistics. So I'll keep everybody up to date what we're gonna do at that point, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, everybody.
have a good day.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day.
Ron, just stay on for a minute. I want to ask you some questions, okay? Not related to this.
Mr. Lumia, can I just
Well,
interject for a minute? This is live streamed, and the
Yeah.
only way to stop the live stream will be to end the meeting. So I
That's all right. I'll call.
having
Let's-
Ron call you.
I'll call him. I'll call him.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Marie, Marie? How?
How? It's not me, it's my husband. See, over there. Call me later when you're done, John.
Okay.
All
Bye.
Bye.